a nest on a power line. But what you can, hopefully you might be able to see behind me, is that there's this long ridge of darker cloud, which is where the air's rising faster. It's basically, well, the clouds are developing faster. And I was just watching a load of birds, looking at how many they were, trying to see what they were, and realised that one thing you can see is that at altitude, there was like a long track of birds, basically as far as you could see, all just cruising along that line of lift, and then a group of birds lower down that were busy thermaling, trying to get up to altitude. But yeah, in total I reckon there might have been about 50 in view at one time. But it's really interesting to be able to look at the connection between the wind direction, the altitude things are flying at, but also the ground. So there's different features on the ground that actually would trigger the thermals. But in this part of Spain, some of the time it's actually so hot everywhere that the air everywhere is lifting. Oh, and here is a stork nest on a pylon. In fact, you're about to see yet another one. But yeah, it's really interesting. I can't say well, I have to say I'm really missing the fact that I'm not flying right now. But I've got a good imagination, and it's yeah, I'm doing my best to get inside the head of the birds, even if I can't see the world from their point of view exactly. We should be able to get a pretty good picture looking at the tracks of some birds, being able to look at actually what the wind, I can guesstimate right now what the winds are doing, and we know that as you go up the winds tend to back, so the direction changes slightly, and I can also look at that online later. So we should do, yeah, I'm doing my best to get inside their heads, even if I can't be actually flying. I'm hoping that this ridge will go away, and I'll show you something else in a second. You can see as throughout the day, as the thermals get stronger, they start to form clouds that can eventually block the sun, so the sun's no longer heating the ground, and the clouds can get so big they actually form into rain clouds. So we've got rain now, but no doubt the next phase will be sun coming out, heating up, and another load of thermals. But what we learnt what we learned at the stop in the Pyrenees was that actually the osprey is such a strong flyer that it's unlikely to be stopped by thick cloud or a bit of light rain as we've got at the moment. They seem to be able to easily keep on pushing through this kind of thing, and we should be able to see that on the bird tracks as well, because the tracks will look slightly different if they're using active flapping flight rather than just thermaling and cruising.